West Coast Comics.
Hey guys, how you doing? So there are a lot of questions and comments that you guys have sent in to me since the last video that I put up. So we might as well get started. I'm pretty sure that no matter what, I'm gonna have to, cut this one in half. I'm gonna have to make it at least 2 different videos because there are so many. So again, like I said, let's get started. So starting off, we have from Frank Moss, who said, Chris, for 2017, I think you should grow your hair back. Well, my hair has gotten a bit longer than it should be, but afraid not, man. I am going to be cutting it off soon enough, as soon as I get a chance to. So there we go. Emmanuel Cobian, I guess, probably Cobian. Why is there an IV drip back in the back? Watch my videos from before. That'll tell you. There we go. Nelson Cuero says the exact same thing that he said before. Yes, so we don't have to read that one again because Nelson, you have already sent me that one. I already answered it. The Ninja Kid, Chris, thanks for reading my comment again. LOL. I just wanted to ask you, number one, have you played Assassin's Creed? If so, have you tried out the Ezio collection, which they remastered? It's pretty dope. And number 2, what was your favorite movie of 2016? Take care, dude. Favorite movie of 2016 was probably, I don't know, Rogue One was good. I was very happy with that. So I didn't get out and see a lot of movies for 2016. So, but yeah, Rogue One was great. I love that movie. That was fantastic. Have I played Assassin's Creed and have I tried out the Ezio collection? I have played Assassin's Creed and I played Assassin's Creed 2, and I don't like the character Ezio, whatever the hell his last name is. I don't know. I like the first guy, Altair, the Middle Eastern guy. I didn't care for the second guy. I was just like, whatever. So there we go. No, I haven't played the Ezio collection. From Karanvir Not... Oh, I know. You said, oh yeah, KV. You said I could call you KV. Hi again, Chris. Thanks a lot for answering my questions. And I must say, you didn't do a bad job trying to pronounce my name, but I probably should have mentioned that people call me KV for short. I'm from the UK, but my parents are Indian. I've got another question. Have you seen the Red Letter Media reviews of the Star Wars prequels where the character of Mr. Plinkett gives a detailed analysis of why the prequels suck? Those reviews are incredibly hilarious and insightful. If you haven't already seen them, you should check them out. I'm sure you'd love them. I also hope that they can get a con going on here in England. It would be great to meet you and the other Rangers in person. Keep up the Q&As, mate. You are awesome. Thank you, KV. No, I haven't seen this thing with Mr. Plinkett. What the hell was it called? Red Letter Media Reviews? No, but I mean, if he's sitting there telling you why the prequel movies are shit, then I'm probably on board for that. Speaking of which, here's Ycats Vlogs. LOL, you are so funny. This made me laugh when you read my comment. I could fight you all day long about there being 8 Star Wars movies. LOL, just joking. Good, because there's not. There's 5. I don't really care. What other movies besides Star Wars do you like to watch? By the way, that's cool that you're the voice of the intro to your videos. Just wanted to say that when we lost internet here in my state, I watched Safe Harbor. I recorded it when it was on TV. I think they need it on DVD still, LOL. And then later on they said, by the way, I tweeted your YouTube out to try and help you get more fans over here. Thank you. Thank you very much. So, what other movies besides Star Wars do I like to watch? Well, if I was going to pick a favorite genre of movie, I would probably say I love horror movies. I really like horror movies. Not that they're better. They're usually not. They're usually pretty stupid. But I do like them for what they are. My favorite horror bad guy, whatever, is Jason Voorhees. Always has been Jason Voorhees. So I love horror movies. There we go. I like all sci-fi and all horror stuff. So there you go. From Yukitoku758. Hey there, Chris. Thanks for replying to my comment yet again. I have another 2 questions. Number 1, for a Marvel superhero team-up movie, who would be your dream team and who would play them? This applies to characters with multiple actors, and also it can be from all of the types of Marvel movies, Sony, Fox, etc. And number 2, are you excited about Spider-Man Homecoming? Who do you think was the best Spider-Man actor so far? I grew up with Maguire as Spider-Man, and I think his movies were better because the villains had emotion to them, and some of them, like Doc Ock, I really felt bad for. While in Garfield's movies, the villains are either Anakin Skywalker or Edward Nygma from Batman Forever. Seriously, Electro was like some fanboy of Spider-Man, then suddenly says, well, fuck you too, I'm gonna kill you. To be honest, they should have just got Jim Carrey and said, you remember 20 years ago when you were the Riddler? Do that again, except now you're Electro. That's so fucking funny. Okay, I'll answer the second one first, at least. I am excited about Spider-Man Homecoming. The only thing I'm a little hesitant about is the fact that, like, I know one of the main bad guys. I don't know how many villains are going to be in it. I don't really know that much. But I know that one of the main bad guys is the Vulture. And that's a really obscure bad guy. That's really obscure. I honestly, one of my favorite Spider-Man villains has always been the Shocker. And the reason why I love the Shocker is because out of like all of the Spidey villains, he knows his limitations better than anybody else. He knows it. He knows that if he gets into a fight with certain guys, with certain heroes or even other villains or whatever, he knows he's not going to win. So he doesn't put himself in that position where he's actually fighting them. He's just like, nope, I'm out of here. Fuck that shit. Because he knows he's going to lose. And that's what I love about him. Because it's like, thank you for somebody finally accepting the fact that, no, you are not some god amongst men. You can lose. And he does that all the time. And he's like, oh, shit, I'm out of here. No, I'm not dealing with that. I want to see the Shocker in a movie. Who do I think is better? Who do I think was better Spider-Man between Maguire and Garfield? I don't know. Honestly, I liked Garfield more, I think. It might have been the writing. It really might have been. Because Tobey Maguire, when, they had him do the Spider-Man movies, he didn't really act that much like Spider-Man. He was he wasn't very funny. I honestly, in the whole 3 movies, I can't remember too many lines where he was actually like cracking jokes and shit. Whereas Garfield, they actually had him be funny. That's the character. That's who he's supposed to be. I never saw the second Amazing Spider-Man with Electro, but I had heard enough about it before to be like, yeah, I'm gonna pass on this one. Apparently, in the movie, a lot of New York City's electrical power is being charged, or it just exists because they have 2 gigantic electric eels powering the city, and I was just like, this is stupid even for a comic book movie. Come on. I'm not sure if that's exactly what it was, but that's what somebody had told me. They said there was like 2 giant electric eels and they were powering the whole city or some shit like that. And I was just like, that's fucking retarded. Okay. But then also for a Marvel superhero team-up movie, who would my dream team be? I probably would just go with the X-Men because they work together so well as a team. I don't know. I would gotta go with that. I love the way the X-Men always work together. So there we go. Anthony Pierce said, I should have known you would pick that one, but one question, when the hell are you streaming on Twitch again, man? I'm trying to get at least one more person to the channel. Anyways, see you around, you crazy, sexy bastard. The king has spoken. The king has spoken. All right. Thank you, Anthony. From Kit Kat Cow. Hey, Chris, thanks for the studying tip. I am in my second semester with 4 A's and 3 B's. Damn! 5 more months till graduation. Yay! You are awesome and amazing. Love you. Bye. All right, four A's and 3 B's. Holy shit! You are very brainy. Good on you. From 74 Gogeta. Hey, Christopher Khayman Lee. I've always wanted to meet you in person, or at least online. Your season of Power Rangers is one of my favorites, growing up in the 90s. Plus, your season had an awesome intro and soundtrack. I was so obsessed about Power Rangers, and I used to annoy the hell out of my friends in school and my parents. LOL, sorry for making you seem old. Don't worry about it. Everybody else does. Your character is one of the reasons why In Space is one of my favorites. Andros was so different from other previous Rangers in that his character had more meaning than previous Red Rangers, and plus, your long hair. Okay. It just felt like you were more of a badass Red Ranger. When I watched your season, I was really excited to see how Andros and Ashley would end up together in the end, and I liked how Stronma ended up being his long-lost sister. Oh, so here we go with questions. Is it true that the last episode, Countdown to Destruction, had a deleted scene where Andros and Ashley kiss? Yes. It is true. Number 2, do you know why Justin Nemo couldn't come back for the team-up episode with your season in Lost Galaxy? I do not know. No, that is a question for Nemo. I can call him up and ask him, but this was 20 years ago, so I don't even know if he'll remember at this point. Can you talk about the process of getting the part for Andros and moving to LA, how you felt about the season as a whole? Sorry if this post is too long, LOL. Thanks for reading it. How did I feel about the season as a whole? Well, we were doing Star Wars, so I was all on board for that. How did I get? What about the process for when I got the role? I lived in Florida at the time and auditioned, and at the audition was Shuki Levy, who Chaim Saban was like the number one guy in Saban, and then Shuki Levy was the guy that's right below him. He's like his right-hand man. I actually auditioned directly for him, and I did not want to get the role because I hated Power Rangers. I did not want to have anything to do with that shit. So when I came in, he looked at my resume and all this stuff, and he's like, "Oh, okay, so you could do this, that, and the other." And he had me read something. He's like, "Oh, that was actually very good." And I was like, "Huh, okay, well, thank you." He looked at the back of it and he was like, "So you could do a lot of accents?" And I was like, "Yeah, actually, I'm pretty good with some of these accents." And he was like, "Oh, cool." And then he picked one that I'm not very good at. Unfortunately, I don't know why the hell I put it on the fucking resume in the first place, but when I do an accent, I have to watch somebody doing the accent for a while to get into the rhythm of it, to hear certain pronunciation for certain words and all this stuff. He asked me to do a Caribbean accent, and it was horrendous. And no, I'm not doing it for you guys. But I can do one. I can do one very well. It's just I have to listen to somebody speaking with that accent for a while. And then I can pick up on, oh, right, this is how you pronounce that. This is how you say that. This is the rhythm that you would say that with. There's a lot of shit that goes into it, So, yeah, he had me do that. And I was like, afterwards, I was just like, well, that was shit. And then he asked me to do, can you do, a little martial arts, like a kata thing? No, I didn't know any, so I had to make it up right then and there. I was like, okay, well, I can do this. And I just started throwing kicks around and shit. I had studied Taekwondo. So with Taekwondo, it's all about big swooping kicks that you would never use in a real life fight. And just doing that shit. And I don't know how the hell it happened, but they got back in touch with me. I think it was 6 months later. And they were like, yeah, we're Power Rangers. You remember us? And I was like, yeah, what do you guys want? They're like, well, we want to fly out to California for a second round of auditions. And I was like, this was 6 months ago. It was 6 months. So, yeah, it was one of the strangest things that I had ever auditioned for, mainly due to the fact that I waited so long to hear in between. When you audition for stuff, if you don't hear back within a week, move on. You did not get it. This is 6 months. That's a lot of weeks. So, yeah, there's that. So, there we go. I think that what we're going to do is, we'll stick a pin in this for right now, and then I will do a part 2 video just for the rest of this stuff, and we'll get through the rest of it, and that'll be that, okay? All right. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you all very much for not talking about the thing that I asked you all not to talk about in the last video. So, I love you guys very much for that. Thank you. There we go. So I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.